You think you know what success in the adult industry looks like? Well, you might want to think again. The playbook for 2026 has totally rewritten the rules. Today's top performers are building actual empires, and it has almost nothing to do with the old studio system.
So let me ask you, what really defines a top porn star today? The answer isn't just about what happens on a studio lot. No, it's found in new media, in mainstream pop culture, and, believe it or not, even in the halls of academia.
Think of success today like a three-legged stool. Yeah, industry awards, they still matter, for sure. They're that stamp of approval from your peers. But they're now just one piece of the puzzle, equally matched by a massive social media following. And, maybe the most important part, direct engagement with fans. It's a whole new power dynamic.
Okay, so that leads us right into our first big idea here, becoming masters of new media. We're not talking about performers who are just talent for hire anymore. Nope. We are talking about true entrepreneurs, building digital empires completely on their own terms.
And here's the fundamental truth behind this entire shift. The new studio is the internet. And look, that's not just a change in technology, right? It's a radical transfer of power. It lets creators just bypass the old gatekeepers, own their own image, and control their own income in ways that were totally unthinkable just a decade ago.
And you can see this playing out with completely different but equally brilliant strategies. So you take someone like Mia Malkova, who's on Twitch streaming video games, building a whole community just around her personality. Then, on the other hand, you have a Riley Reid who has basically perfected the OnlyFans model to create a direct subscription business. She's effectively become her own studio.
And if you want to understand the sheer financial power of going direct to fan, just look at this number. Riley Reid reportedly earns $500,000 every single month just from OnlyFans. That one figure tells you everything you need to know about where the power and the money is flowing.
But here's the thing, building a digital empire, that's only step one. The next move is even bolder. It's about smashing through the boundaries and into mainstream pop culture. So let's look at how those lines are blurring like never before.
This timeline really shows a clear escalation, you know? It kind of started with figures like Mia Khalifa leveraging her viral fame into a totally different career as a sports commentator. Then you see Mia Malkova moving into music videos and international films. And now you've got a Bella Danger appearing in a movie directed by a mainstream actress like Bella Thorne. The wall between these worlds isn't just porous anymore, it's crumbling.
All right, so we've seen the entrepreneur and the crossover star. But now we get to the most surprising piece of this modern playbook, the performer as an intellectual and an advocate. This is where the old stereotypes really just get shattered into a million pieces. Let's start with Angela White. Inside the industry, she is an absolute legend. They often call her the Meryl Streep of porn because of her shelf full of awards and critical acclaim. She is at the absolute pinnacle of her craft. But that's not the most interesting thing about her. Because this is. She also holds a first-class honors degree in gender studies from the University of Melbourne. So think about that. She hasn't just starred in the industry. She has published academic papers about it. For her, this isn't just a job. It's a field of academic inquiry.
And Angela White is not an outlier. Look at this pattern here. You have a Bella Danger, one of the world's most popular performers, who's studying to become a lawyer. You've got Adriana Chikik, who studied biochemistry, and Lana Rhodes, who's turned her entire platform into one of advocacy for industry reform. We are looking at a cohort of incredibly sharp, strategic individuals. And they are using their voices to drive real change. Lana Rhodes, specifically, has leveraged her massive following to speak openly about her negative experiences, pushing for better ethics and conditions. She's turned her influence into a powerful tool for industry-wide activism.
So we've seen the media mogul, the mainstream crossover, and the intellectual advocate. Let's put all these pieces together. What does the blueprint for actually dominating this industry in 2026 look like?
It really all boils down to a four-step playbook. Step 1. You have to excel at your craft and earn respect from within the industry. Step 2. You build a massive direct-to-fan brand online. Step 3. You diversify into new media and break into the mainstream. And the final, most powerful step, you use that platform as a voice for advocacy and change. That combination, the artist, the entrepreneur, the celebrity, and the advocate, that is the blueprint for the modern mogul.
And this leaves us with a final, bigger question. Look at that blueprint again. Master a craft, build a direct brand, diversify, and find a voice. Is this just about one industry? Or, in this age of the creator economy,
Is this actually the new playbook for any modern celebrity? From a TikTok star to a YouTube gamer to a musician? It's something to think about.